The woman barely moved her hand, and she instantly immobilized the excavator. The thug still wanted to tear down her temple. The woman casually waved, and the excavator started moving. Then, with one kick, she sent the excavator flying. The demons thought she was using some trick, so they decided to gang up on her. In the next moment, the woman used her powers, releasing a wave of divine energy that sent the thugs flying. Just as the woman was about to unleash more power, the thugs saw this and quickly turned to flee. That's when the woman noticed a piece of white paper on the ground. Upon opening it, she found out that her disciple had mortgaged the temple. They now owed a debt of $800 million. So, the woman hopped on her bike and planned to head into the city to earn money to pay off the debt. She used her powers to enhance the bike, making it speed like lightning, even faster than cars. Just then, a man appeared in front of her bike. With no time to slow down, the woman jumped and managed to catch him midair, holding him securely. Using her X-ray vision, the woman saw that this man had a demon possessing him, so she decided to sell him some talismans. But the man thought she was a scammer and ignored her, walking straight into a hotel. Just as the woman was about to chase him, her disciple rushed over and told her that the man was the richest person in town, worth billions. Hearing this, the woman was overjoyed. She thought if she could help him get rid of the demon, she'd make a fortune. With that in mind, both of them headed into the hotel. They ran into the man again, and without saying a word, the woman activated her X-ray vision. She immediately saw the demon's true form, but no matter how much she threatened, the demon refused to leave. The woman gave one last warning, but the demon wasn't scared at all. Then, she had a brilliant idea and guessed that demons feared high places, so she decided to take the man up to show the demon. The crowd around them was stunned. After a few rounds of struggle, the demon finally succumbed to the woman's power. Suddenly, a black mist shot out from the man's body. In an instant, the woman caught the demon tightly and demanded to know why it was hurting people. The demon just acted clueless. The woman pulled out a stack of cash, and immediately, the demon revealed who was behind it. The vicious woman, who was trying to argue, was quickly silenced when the woman slapped a talisman on her. Under the talisman's power, the woman started confessing everything. The crowd was left speechless in shock. The man, furious, immediately kicked the malicious woman out. As the man was about to thank the woman, she warned him that an even greater threat was lurking in the shadows. Then, the woman placed her hand on the man's chest, and instantly, an ominous aura appeared above his head. She told him that this aura would bring him bad luck and could even threaten his life. To trace the source of this bad luck, the woman entered the man's home. She was shocked to find that the whole house was filled with this dark aura. The man, terrified, urgently asked if there was any way to break it. The woman entered the house and set up a protective barrier around the place, and the dark energy quickly disappeared. The girl took out a small gourd from her pocket. She just recited an incantation, and the gourd instantly became 100 times larger. This gourd has a special function. As long as the girl calls out the enemy's name, the gourd will suck the enemy in. The poor enemies were subdued by the girl before they could even react. When the girl got home, she found that her father was injured. So, the girl used her superpowers and saw many black needles on her father's body. The girl knew that someone had put a curse on him. Then, she took out a magical pill. When her father swallowed the pill, his injuries were immediately healed. The next day, the girl followed her father to attend an event. Since there was no place to sit, the girl used her supernatural powers to conjure up a sofa. Just then, an old woman fainted. Others called for an ambulance, but it would take 20 minutes for the ambulance to arrive. So, the girl unleashed her superpowers and found that the old woman could only hold on for 5 minutes. The girl took out a large syringe and said she could cure the old woman. However, no one believed her. The girl prepared to treat the old woman and used her superpowers to immobilize those who tried to stop her. Surprisingly, the old woman really woke up. The old woman couldn't believe that the girl had such amazing powers. The girl said she could also make the old woman younger. Then she used her superpowers to circle around the old woman. The old woman was so frightened that she fainted. When she woke up again, she had returned to the way she looked 30 years ago. The girl activated her clairvoyance and saw that the stone in her hand was worthless, but others were competing to bid high prices for it, because they saw that there was a green part on the stone. The girl told her father not to bid during the auction. However, her competitor mocked them, saying that they didn't have the money. The competitor bought that stone for $20 million. When the host took out the second stone for auction, everyone thought this stone had little value. The girl activated her clairvoyance again. She saw that there was an invaluable treasure inside the stone. She quickly asked her father to bid for this stone. So, her father bought this stone for $50 million. But this action was once again mocked by her competitor. The girl made a bet with the competitor. Whoever had the stone of better quality would win. The competitor accepted confidently. Then the girl used magic to cut open the competitor's stone. There was jade inside. Her competitor was very happy. After that, the girl cut open the stone her father had bought, but it was empty inside. Just when the competitor thought he had one, the girl's second cut left everyone stunned, because she cut out a blood-colored gemstone worth $1 billion. But the girl wasn't excited about it. Her goal was actually the last item up for auction. As the host's voice sounded, a waiter came out carrying an exquisite wooden tray. When others saw this item up for auction, they all showed looks of disdain, because this item was a cheap mushroom. but the girl insisted that her father buy this mushroom. The competitors saw the girl bid $10 million. They laughed at the girl for not knowing the value of goods and said that only a fool would buy a mushroom at such a high price. However, when the girl shook the mushroom and chanted a spell, the mushroom turned into a fairy. Everyone was greatly surprised. It turned out that this mushroom was a 1,000-year-old Ganoderma lucidum that had become a spirit.